What's up, it's Tim here. Now, since actress Elle Fanning has not one but two films out this week, she's in Predator Badlands, and she's also in the new Walkham Terror film called Sentimental Values. I decided to go ahead and do my top 10 favorite Elle Fanning movies, because I've always liked Elle Fanning. You know, she's a pretty talented actress. She's been in some really cool stuff lately, so here is my official top 10 favorite Elle Fanning films. Alright, number 10 is one of the A24's, like, one of their first earliest films they put out, Ginger and Rosa. Directed by Sally Potter, about the two teen best friends in 1960s London who face tensions for political fear and personal betrayal. Ginger is, of course, a sensitive, politically awkward teen torn between royalty and heartbreak here. You do got, like, Christina Hendricks, Alice Ellinger, Annette Bening. It is a really intriguing film. Sally Potter did a really good job with this one. Really good film if you guys ever see that there. Alright. Number 9 is The Neon Demon. Directed by Nicholas Winding Refn, who gave us the movie Drive. This stars Elle Fanning as Jessie, who's a native small town girl who becomes like both symbol and a victim to beauty's destructive powers. This movie is weird. Definitely not really a film you can rewatch over and over again, but it is really interesting to say the least. Of course, starring Jenna Malone, Bella Heathcote, Keanu Reeves is in this one. I mean, Nicholas Winding Refn's movies are very odd and all, and this is definitely really interesting. Really interesting hypnotic horror fused vision and all. Elle Fanning plays her part very well. It's a really wonderful performance she put out. Number 8 is Galveston. Now, this is directed by former Now You See Me and Inglourious Basterds actress Melanie Laurent. It stars Ben Foster and Elle Fanning. You also got, like, Beau Bridges, Lily Reinhart. It's about a dying hitman who rescues a young woman from an abusive situation, and the two go on the run during Texas here. And the chemistry with both, Ben Foster and Elle Fanning are excellent, to say the least. It's really, like, Fanning plays her part well, very intense, a really decent film that's well worth watching there. Alright, number 7 is a recent one that came out last year, A Complete Unknown. Now, obviously, this is more of Timothy Chalamet's work, but Elle Fanning playing Sylvie Russo, who is based on Bob Dylan's early romantic inspirations here. And, Elle Fanning and Timothy Chalamet, they really play off each other well. It is a really nice, a really wonderful film that Elle Fanning did. Really, of course, Boyd Holbrook's really good in this one. Really decent, romance performance. James Mangold did a good job here, and I feel like Elle Fanning, like, obviously, it's Monica Barbaro got her Oscar. I'm still surprised that Elle Fanning did get a nomination for this, but Elle Fanning was still really good in this one. All right, number 6 is Trumbo. Trumbo, of course, is directed by Austin Powers director Jay Roach. True story of Dalton Trumbo, who was blacklisted in Hollywood during the 1940s for his communist beliefs and all. And Trumbo is excellent. Elle Fanning plays Trumbo's daughter, who matures into a voice of consciousness that's support for her father here. And Bryan Cranston is great. Diane Lane, Helen Mirren. It is a really wonderful film. Great performances by Bryan Cranston. Really decent movie about golden age of Hollywood. And it's a really good one there. Alright. Number 5 is 20th Century Women. Of course, this is directed by Mike Mills, who gave us Beginners. Stars, Elle Fanning as Julie Hamlin, who's a free-spirited friend of the youngest protagonist here. And of course, it takes place in 1979 Santa Barbara, where a single mother enlists his two younger sisters to help raise her teen son here. You do got Annette Bening, Greta Gerwig, Elle Fanning, Billy Crudup. It's a really wonderful film, great performances. Obviously, an A24 movie as well. It's a really good one there. And of course, Elle Fanning's chemistry with the lead kid here, Lucas J. Zuman, is really wonderful too. If you guys haven't seen it, highly recommend that. Number 4 is Teen Spirit. Now, of course, this was directed by Max Minghella, who actually they dated at the time. I don't know if they're still together or not, but this does star Elle Fanning, who plays a shy teenager in a small European town, enters a singing competition that could change her life forever. And Elle Fanning really busts out her tune perfectly in this. She gave a really wonderful performance as Violet, who shows off her own singing voice here and really showcases how great she is. I mean, the movie, of course, she does like obviously compete in like an American Idol type competition, and she does such a good job here. All right, number 3 is Super 8. Super 8, of course, was directed by J.J. Abrams about a group of kids who are filming a Super 8 movie, witness a mysterious train crash that leads to dangerous events throughout. Elle Fanning plays a tough yet tender girl. And this is pretty much like, guess say, like in vein of, it was pretty much Stranger Things before Stranger Things became a thing. And it's a really decent film. Of course, Joe Courtney, who will go on to star in the Kissing Booth films, he's great in this. Kyle Chandler, Noah Emmerich. It's a really decent sci-fi film. Probably my favorite J.J. Abrams film, in my opinion. I mean, you can always go, like, I don't mind his Star Wars, Star Trek films, but his best is Super 8. It's such a really good one there. Alright. Number 2 is Somewhere. I think this is actually one of the one that really put her on the map. Really, Somewhere was directed by Sofia Coppola, who of course Elle Fanning will go on to work together again in the Belgalo. Somewhere, of course, stars like Stephen Dorff, Elle Fanning, where of course like Stephen Dorff plays a Hollywood actor who revelates his empty life when his young daughter comes to save him here, and of course Elle Fanning plays a young daughter in her. The father-daughter chemistry with Stephen Dorff and Elle Fanning is terrific. It is a really wonderful film. Great performance by Dorff and Fanning. It's obviously a movie about Hollywood as well, about, writer's block and stuff, or, becoming a Hollywood actor and having his relationship with his kids and stuff. It's a really decent film that's well worth watching there. And my number 1 favorite is probably like her breakout role, really. Phoebe in Wonderland. Starring Elle Fanning, Felicity Huffman, Patricia Clarkson, Bill Pullman, and is obviously inspired by Alice in Wonderland, where a young girl named Phoebe struggles with Tourette's syndrome and his obsessive behaviors while trying to find her identity to her school's production of Alice in Wonderland. And of course, Elle Fanning plays Phoebe Licton, who gives like a heartfelt performance here, and she was really wonderful. She actually really got tons of like critic praise and all, and really showcased how great she will become down the line. And Phoebe, again, this was actually her breakout role, and she did a really good job here. I don't know how old she was at the time, but she was still incredible. A really wonderful child performance here. All right, that's pretty much it. Here is my quick rundown. Number 10, Ginger and Rosa. 9, The Neon Demon. 8, Galveston. 7, A Complete Unknown. 6, Trumbo. 5, 20th Century Woman. 4, Teen Spirit. 3, Super 8. 2, Somewhere. And number 1, Phoebe in Wonderland. Now, there are a few other ones I could have added. Not big with the Maleficent movies. She actually played a young Dakota Fanning in I Am Sam, so there's that. She was also in Daddy Daycare, which I actually rewatched Daddy Daycare a couple of months back, and I totally forgot she was also in that. Of course, the 2004 movie, The Door on the Floor, really good love film there too. Because of When Dixie, My Neighbor Totoro, Babel, I Want Someone to Eat Cheese With, that Jeff Garlin was in, The Nines, Reservation Road, Curious Case of Benjamin Button, Astro Boy, The Nutcracker 3D is probably her worst. That movie is horrible. Francis Ford Coppola's Twix, Young Ones, Lowdown. I was not big with the box trolls. Definitely Not Live by Night. That was actually not so good. Sydney Hoare, How to Talk to Girls at Parties. Mary Shelley, I Think We're Alone Now with Peter Dinklage. Woody Allen's A Rainy Day in New York. All the Bright Places on Netflix. Speak of Sally Porter, All the Bright Places. Now, on the TV front, by the way, she had some interesting TV credits to her name. She appeared on Judging Amy, CSI Miami, House MD, Law and Order SVU, The Great. Uh, that one show she did on Hulu, The Girl from Plainville. I'm really looking forward to that new Apple show she's doing next year called Margot's Got Money Troubles. That actually does sound intriguing. But anyway, let me ask you guys, what are some of your favorite Elle Fanning films? Draw comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Simon Signer.